everybody, Moonfa here from League Gamers. Today we're actually going to be taking a look at a 5v5 ranked match. Me playing Lulu in this with a duo with Icade as Vayne bot lane. This is a LOL replay. I'm going to be shoutcasting this as best as I can. I've never done it before, honestly. So this is basically going to be the first time, and it should be quite a bit of fun. So anyway, let's look at the lane comps here, I guess, or the matchups. We got Singed versus Jace in the top lane. We have Lulu and Vayne versus Ezreal Soraka, and we have Kha'Zix and Nidalee mid, as well as Skarner versus Nocturne in the jungle. So basically, this is one of my older matches. This is maybe a week and a half ago, so I don't remember it too well, but I do remember it as being quite an interesting one. We made a lot of mistakes. We did not dominate lane like we do a lot of the time, but overall, once we got into the team fighting section of the game, it actually turned out to be a lot of fun and worked out quite well. So that's why I picked this one. It should be relatively interesting compared to a lot of the other ones I have. And I was trying to just find like a random diamond game, like you know how they have the featured ones on the main page of the PvP.net. But I wasn't really having much luck there, so I figured it'd be more fun to watch a match I know, and one that I have more choices on being able to start from the beginning easier, and whatnot. So, minions just spawning. Those wolves are going to be popping up for both teams. Looks like Skarner and Nocturne both going to be starting the blue. Not much going on. Jace just chilling at tower, and we actually decided to take the golems. I'm embarrassing myself on how to take the golems because I'm not that great at it. Season 3, I know how to do it. Season 2, but a bit difficult. But I actually ended up being able to give Vayne all of the XP, not taking a single bit, I believe. Maybe actually this game I did. Yeah, actually this game I did, but now we actually have it down so we don't take much damage, and I can give him all of the XP, so he's hitting level 2 extremely fast, and I'm a bit behind, but we can use that lane dominance from the early golems. Golems are one of the biggest map flaws in the game, in my opinion. It gives bot lane such an advantage on the blue side, and blue side's just awesome overall, in my opinion. I like it way more. Even though it is nice for jungle being able to go blue-red and then straight to top, which is one advantage they have. But it's really not that much different to be able to just grab a red and then go blue and then top. Ganking top early is one of the strongest ganks you'll be able to get, just the way the lane's set up, generally. Especially, even for the blue team, you're able to get around through that try. Looks like Kha'Zix actually going to be jumping on Nidalee, getting a lot of damage down, getting the Ignite and the Q to finish her off. He's not going to be able to get the reset, but he should on his E because he does not have it evolved yet, of course. But Kha'Zix being a little big, or I mean Skarner being a little crazy, but he is going to actually pick it up. I believe I was telling my friend Kha'Zix was going to be able to get a double kill there, but fortunately he did not because the fed Kha'Zix is not a fun Kha'Zix. Skarner actually escaping, popping a health potion, and looks like I'm not really sure why he's doing what he's doing. He ran extremely far back before recalling. Guess he was, for some reason, scared of the Nocturne. Looks like Nocturne, though, not even going to be going for this easy gank on the top lane, which definitely is not a good choice. He should have been able to get a very easy gank there. Level 3 Singed is not going to be able to do much, though he does have Ghost. But being able to pop that Ghost for Jace definitely would help Jace get a big advantage in lane. But even with the Ghost, I do think they'd be able to pick him up just because Jace, by now, he should have his E leveled. He does have Q and E, so he'd be able to jump on him, go into hammer form, knock him back, and maybe be able to finish him off with the cannon. The cannon there. I should have got a drink before this. My throat's already getting dried out. But we should be okay. I don't even know how long this match is. 38 minutes, so this is going to be a long shoutcast. But it shall be fun. Hopefully I have enough time to do it all. And I'm going to upload the whole thing, so it'll be lots of fun. Looks like we kind of got this little Kha'Zix freeze in the lane mid, but Nidalee just hitting level 3. Kha'Zix already being, let's see, he's already halfway to level 5, so he has about a level and a half advantage on her, which is not going to be fun for the Nidalee because Kha'Zix has some crazy burst if he can catch her alone. And from my experience, Kha'Zix can beat Nidalee relatively well. Either way, Kha'Zix jumping in with the E, not too smart of an idea because Skarner is coming in, but it does not look like Skarner's going to be able to get that. So look at that damage. Being able to land an E, a W, and a Q from Kha'Zix is already just half-healthing Nidalee. Looks like like 75% of her health. I don't even know. It's 75%ing her. Not really sure. So Nocturne has not got any ganks off. With Skarner's been a little bit stronger there, though he has not really gotten anything useful off. Looks like Jace is going to be trading with Singed relatively well. Singed is almost completely out of mana, while Jace is not. Jace getting that early ignite down, not really doing anything for him. So that was a bronze elo play. Gonna give it up for him. Let's go check out the bot lane. So basically, Lulu Vayne is a very strong lane, but Ezreal Soraka is extremely poke heavy, and Ezreal can outtrade Vayne relatively well, or not outtrade, but he can outrange her. So he can get a lot of poke onto Vayne, and Vayne will not be able to trade with him. And as well as Soraka has the silence, which is annoying. And basically, she's just giving him mana, giving him health, and they're just poking us down and farming. Let's check out the farm. 44 on Vayne to 35 on Ezreal, so that is not a problem. We may be getting pushed in lane. They're not getting any damage on our tower. And Skarner being shown himself right there. Not too sure about that one. I had this lane completely pink warded. But Vayne is winning in CS, so that's good. It looks like Skarner's going to try to come back around. A little bit of wasted time there. He definitely... Okay, now he can get into that bush. He should be able to get there. It actually does look like Nocturne going to be going top at the same time, so which one of these to watch? Looks like Nocturne's going to be coming in behind Singed right now. Jace is being a little scared. Alright, come on, Jace. Alright, Jace getting that off. It should be able to knock him back here. Jace not able... Oh, Jace actually... I'm not too sure what's going to happen here. Singed may be able to get away one hit, as well as Jace. So there you have it. Both of them getting away. It does not look like anything good went on bot. Soraka taking a little bit of poke, but we are also poked down quite a bit. So Skarner just heading for the Wraiths. It does actually look like Singed pick up the Nocturne somehow. I completely missed that one. But that's okay. He did pick it up. Where did Nocturne die? It doesn't say, I guess, in spectator mode, maybe? No, apparently it doesn't. So Kha'Zix's actually coming in behind the Singed, but he was too far away. Singed actually might be able to pick up the double here. He is not going to be able to pick up the double there. It looks like he had run out of mana, didn't have enough for the poison, not really sure. Either that or he just didn't have it on. He was auto-attacking, just came out into an auto-attack match, and of course, Jace is going to win that. So Jace is going to be backing here. He is about sitting on, let's see, he's sitting on 2,092 gold. That's a bit ridiculous. No, or total. He's sitting on 1,650 gold, my bad. But he is going to be spending that. Let's see how he spends that. He is going to go for the tier, a great start, especially against the Singed. He'll be able to poke and farm from a long range. Nocturne going to be picking up the blue for Kha'Zix, which is awesome. Kha'Zix, what does Kha'Zix have? Kha'Zix does, wow, look at this matchup. Nidalee just with the tier, and Kha'Zix with the tier longsword, crystalline flask, and wards and health pot. So definitely a good lead for him. And now having that tier, he's gonna be, having that blue, he's gonna be able to stack up that tier extremely fast. Lots of ping coming down in the bot lane. Not too sure why, but Skarner is here. Not sure if they had vision on that. They should not have vision on that. They have zero vision in the area. So technically, if we knew that, Skarner could come all the way around and get a perfect gank off. He is level 6 and he does have his ultimate. So we should technically be able to pick up a relatively easy kill here. Excuse me. Had to clear my throat a little bit there. Skarner should not have to back here. We should be able to pick up a relatively easy kill. He did stop his recall, and looks like Kha'Zix's going to be picking up the race. I don't know. I randomly changed. It does look like Skarner's just going to back off. Looks like Soraka's going to be going back, and we're just going to farm out this lane, try to push it out a bit for Ezreal, and hopefully back off. We do have Nocturne in the top. Singed does know he is there, I believe. He may have ran through this ward, I'm not quite sure, but that ward is expired, so Nocturne could go around right now, but it does look like, okay, now he's coming back. He's wasting quite a lot of time here. I see that that's one of the biggest problems low-tier junglers have, is wasting a lot of time before ganking. They may actually be able to pick up this kill with the Nocturne ult, though, and they do pick it up. Nocturne actually picking it up, so that kind of sucks. Jace not able to get those kills. Nocturne with those kills is not going to be able to do too much with them, honestly. Other than be annoying for ganking, but junglers don't generally get that fed. But anyway, I'm just saying nonsense. Vayne actually got to be careful here. Skarner does get the nice pull on Ezreal. Ezreal went a little bit crazy, but Skarner does pick up the kill. Vayne putting the ignite on and is gonna die from that last caster minion shot. That is ridiculous. So that is a bad trade for our team. Looks like Caustic's actually going down the Nidalee here. Is he going to be able to dive? He is not going to be able to dive. Hopefully Nidalee gets out of there because she cannot die here. Does actually look like Caustic's. They're pinging the dragon. They want Nocturne to come down. That is a good call on Caustic's part. But Nocturne wanted to finish those wolves, and they might be too late now. Not too sure. Skarner does have lots of wards, so they are going to be able to get the ward coverage on it, and Caustic's is going to have to back off from being too low. So they're not going to be able to drag him there. Just another little stalemate there at the dragon. Just putting that ward there, knowing we had vision, scared them off. They knew they wouldn't be able to do it, as I was back in lane, and Vayne would be coming pretty soon. Honestly, they may have been able to if they had all of, well, they definitely would have been able to if they had all four. Actually, Nocturne hanging out at the wraiths here. Skarner ult does not look like it's up for another little while, and he is going to, well, they have no vision on him, so they're not sure where he is going, but he is going to be heading somewhere. He's going to just hang out there, I guess, for a little while. Caustic's is going to be going back. He is pinging the middle lane for Nocturne to get some farm, but actually all that farm's going to go to waste. Okay, never mind. Caustic's canceled his recall, coming back in. Just dropped a ping on Nocturne from our team, so we do know he is there, but we're going a little bit crazy in the bottom lane. Ezreal throwing out a non-necessary ult, not really even picking up much farm with that, but it is such a low cooldown that he can do what he wants with it. Nocturne going up to clear those wolves, and we haven't looked at top in a little while, so let's check out what's going on here. Of course, it's just gonna, oh, the Singed fling into the Jace E, doing a funny little throw there. Jace actually being able to out-trade the Singed, but nonetheless, he is Singed, and it is 71 to 71 farm. Equal farm, that is good. Jace actually being a tiny little bit ahead now from picking up these. But equal farm in the top lane. It looks like a gank going down bottom. Skarner is able to get the pull. Nidalee going on, gets the ignite off. Will they be able to finish this? Nidalee landing the E and able to finish him off with the Cougar form Q. So good kill there. Nidalee being able to get back in the game. 69 farm on her to 92 on Caustic's. So that does suck for Nidalee. That should be relatively high amount of gold difference. It's actually only 300, so not too big of a deal. Actually, is it even that? It's actually more around 200, so not too big of a deal. But Nidalee has been zoned, so that does help her. She's going straight for the Seeker's arm guard there, and actually she's going to jump over the wall. Good job there. Being able to dodge that Nocturne, and me just taking lots of poke for no reason, because, you know, I'm Lulu. Oh, I can actually zoom out quite a bit here. That's nice. We want to be right about here. Right there. So we have lots of vision. Alright. Nice. Take that off. That's fancy. So we have Ezreal going back. It's just Soraka, actually Soraka and Nocturne here. Nidalee going to be heading out. So we're just, basically our goal in the bottom lane is just to get this Vayne as farmed as possible. We have come to the conclusion that against a Soraka, Soraka Ezreal, my bad, that we are not going to be able to pick up too many kills, and they are just going to be trying to shove the lane, and they're going to be farming up a lot. So basically, we just want to get Vayne as much farm as possible. Unfortunately, we're actually about even with Ezreal, but Vayne can make use of that. Vayne can snowball so hard, even though she is 0-1-1. She does have that 1 assist, so that's okay. She shouldn't be too far behind Ezreal with that 1-1-0. Should be like barely any gold difference. Actually around 200. So I'm surprised actually that it's that much. But about 200 gold difference. So not too big of a deal. If we can get Vayne snowballing, then we are good to go. We have a very good team for peeling, between me taking some damage there from the Ezreal, between Lulu being able to give Vayne massive amounts of health. They're actually putting a lot of poke onto Vayne. A little late on the shield, but it was out of range. So being able to ult Vayne as well as shield her, and then Skarner, I'm sorry, being able to pull a target, whether it be to peel for Vayne or to catch their AD carry or someone off guard, as well as a Singe to just soak up a lot of damage as well as zone them, and then Nidalee mostly for the poke and whatnot. But we do have a relatively strong team to be able to defend the Vayne, so that's why I actually went Lulu, because Vayne and Lulu is very good because I can keep her alive for a long time. But the poke lane here is causing us some trouble. Ezreal able to get free poke from with no mana cost from the Soraka, so that does stink. So we are not actually able to fight here. So anyway, Nocturne going in on the Nidalee with the ultimate. Skarner coming in from the background does grab Kha'Zix, able to get a little bit of damage off there, but Nidalee has to be careful. They're both of them getting very low. Skarner and Nidalee going to back off, I think. So this is just going to come down. What's his name? Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix actually able to get the evolved wings, but he jumps in, actually misses the W somehow. A little mess up with the because he was in the air when he shot it, so a little weird there. But he is not able to land that, so he does have the blue buff, so he's going to be poking down. Nidalee landing a nice spear, but since Kha'Zix can basically just get all of his health back instantly, it's no big deal. Vayne actually going back, and Skarner actually coming in to hold the lane, get some CS. Since I do not need it, actually in the top lane, got a little fight going on. Jace getting low on mana, but he's able to hurt Cinch a lot, but Jace being the smart one here, able to turn around, and fortunately for us, Cinch did not continue to pursue that. Actually do have a little ward right here about to expire. I'm not sure if Nocturne caught sight of Cinch. Now he's definitely gonna have vision on him. He's not gonna have ultimate though. Cinch is going to get the toss, but I am pinging for him to get out of there. And Jace does get a nice knockback, but it actually sets him the wrong way. And is Cinch going to be able to pick up the kill on Jace? He is not going to be able to pick up the kill on Jace, but hopefully Nidalee can. Jace able to actually get the knockback. Not too sure about it. She does get the ignite off, able to pick up the kill there. Kha'Zix actually coming in though, may be able to pick her off. He is going to be able to pick her off with the Q. So that was definitely not a worthwhile trade, giving Kha'Zix more and more kills. He is 2-2-0 with 135 farm, so he is starting to get scary. He's going straight for that. He's going straight for that Black Cleaver, as well as the pickaxe. Probably for Last Whisper, I'd imagine, is the first thing that comes to mind. And as well as the tier for the Mara Mana, of course, one of the strongest items on him, is very good. Able to allow him, or it allows him to get the mana to poke with his W, as well as do a lot of extra damage with his Q and his auto attacks. 6% actually, while consuming his mana, which does suck. He runs out so fast. But Vayne poking down Soraka. In the bot lane, Skarner hanging out. It looks like we do have Kha'Zix coming down. No vision on him. Now we do have vision on him from the Skarner. He's going to instantly pounce away though, because he's Kha'Zix. One of my favorite champions. That's right, I had to burp there for a second. Anyhow, nothing interesting really going on here. I don't know what's up with this. What's up with that? Is there, wait, is Dragon not up? No, Dragon should be up, it just doesn't show him. Because no one has vision on him, I guess. Neither team actually has vision. This pink ward, a little goofy. Now we have vision on Dragon. No one's actually picked up a Dragon yet, which is extremely late. This is 18 minutes into the game, but that's what happens when you're playing with silver and gold players. Games kind of come down to a stalemate here, and nothing interesting going on. No one's been able to make good plays bot lane, so no one's been able to pick up the Dragon or sneak it out. Skarner here, they do not have vision on him, so they may be able to, but Nocturne actually coming in here, ulting straight onto Vayne. I'm throwing ult down on Vayne. Lulu giving her the shield. This is a little bit dangerous here. We are dropping down, so we are going to have to back off. Vayne getting very low from the Ezreal poke. Ezreal is extremely strong at this point in the game, in my opinion. But Nidalee actually landing a nice spear on him, half-healthing him. Too bad they have a Soraka, and are immediately able to heal it for its full value. Kha'Zix actually coming down here, but it does look like he's going to loop around, and they're going to try to take up the Dragon. And at this point, they should be able to easily get a Dragon, unless Nidalee can land a godlike spear. But it does not look like they're actually going to go for it yet. Kha'Zix, being the smart one on his team, just heavily pinging that, I'd imagine, since he's the one walking towards it. Being a little bit crazy, but we do have a ward off the side. It's not going to be enough to fully see it. Kha'Zix actually jumping in a little too deep, but we are maybe able to push them off it. Not quite. They are going to be able to pick that up. Hopefully Skarner can get a pull. Skarner does get a pull on the Nocturne, and I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to do anything here with this. Vayne is full health, just came back, just going to be throwing down the shields for her, but will she be able to get in? They do have a lot of jumps, so we are actually going to have to back out. Nidalee going for the flash spear, completely whiffing that. I'm not sure why she threw it here when right here would have been the ideal place. Even though she did not have vision, that would have been the place to do it. Vayne might be able to pick up a kill here. She is not, as the ping does come down to back off. But Lulu, being me, being the good support I am, ooh, Ezreal. Being the good support I am, got that blue low, gave it to our Nidalee so she can heal and support and throw spears. And fortunately, Vayne can just come back to lane and start farming again. Relatively similar farm, Ezreal and Vayne being just about the same farm. Should be relatively similar in gold other than the dragon division, so yes, it is about 680 gold difference. So not too big of a gap there. But it does make a difference. He is going to be a little bit ahead. He is actually picking up the average, the average blade for that 3 gold per 10. It's a massive amount of gold. It's like a TF passive right there. And Skarner actually going to be picking up the blue since Nidalee just got a nice little fresh one from the enemy. Singed actually was able to drop this tower. I completely missed that because I'm not very good at this. And I've slowly been moving away from my microphone, but now I can get nice and close. So nothing too interesting going on right now, but actually able to catch vision on the Skarner. Fight going down bottom. Vayne is going to be able to pick up the kill on Ezreal, and we should be able to pick up this kill on Soraka. A nice, me being a bad and stealing the double kill from Vayne. But that is a nice pickup for our lane, an assist and a kill for Vayne. It is going to help snowball her very hard. So our team is actually pushing the mid lane, doing a little bit of work. We should be able to easily pick up this tower right here. And yes, we should be able to get that. So that is a kill and assist and in a tower for us. Actually, Kha'Zix is coming in. We do have vision on him. Got to be a little bit careful here for me. I do not want to get nuked out. Vayne getting the nice little push away there. Me getting the E and just going to vroom right out of there. Ezreal coming down the mid lane. Does actually manage to get 2 of them. Nice little poke there from Jace. Being one of my favorite characters as he is, being the sexy man with the hammer. Kha'Zix actually hanging around bot. Little does he know he is standing on a ward. Gonna go in and miss everything on Vayne. Vayne being a bad, missing that CS. 156 farm on Vayne to now 151 on Ezreal. So she is, since Ezreal did head to the middle lane, she's actually been able to get a little bit up on farm. But Kha'Zix is coming in again, being annoying. Not really sure what's going to go on here. Oh, Vayne actually having to flash. Kha'Zix getting pulled back in by Skarner. May actually go down here, but no, the tower does not target him. Nocturne going in pretty deep, might be able to pick up the kill here, but no, he is going to flash out. So that is a flash from Vayne, Skarner, Nocturne, and maybe one other, maybe what's his derp? This guy. No, actually, nope, just from those 3. But that's actually 3 splashes coming down for nothing. Other than they might be able to shove the tower here, it does look like they are going to be able to take down our bottom tower, as we could not even get theirs close to finished. Unfortunately, because of the Nocturne gank, that is going to be our bot lane tower dropping 150 gold for all of them. But fortunately, Singed is shoving the 2nd tier top lane, but he is going to need to get out here. Soraka is waiting for the Kha'Zix to come in. Kha'Zix does get the leap, the slow, the silence from Soraka should be able to shut him down, and the star call's coming out, but no, it is not going to be enough. They are falling through that poison, losing their health, and he is just going to run away, being the Singed that he is. So heading back to the mid lane, we have Jace camping out here for a little bit, actually being 2 levels ahead of Nidalee. A little hard to see those numbers when they're moving, it's weird. But Nidalee holding her own at 144 farm to Kha'Zix 201. So she is very behind in the farm, and she has been kind of shut down all game, but fortunately she does have 2 kills and an assist to help keep her up in that gold. But Kha'Zix is actually at 7750 for gold, as Nidalee is at 6629 now. So that is about 1,000 gold gap between the 2, which is a big deal. It's a lot of extra damage. Kha'Zix actually just picking up the BF sword, so a lot of extra damage going to be coming out from him. He actually went straight for the Last Whisper, which is kind of weird, as his first completed item was a Last Whisper, which is quite unusual. But I believe it was for the Singed as well. Yeah, I guess Skarner did get a lot, and as well as Nidalee, so maybe not such a bad idea, because Nidalee does have that Seeker's Arm Guard, a great item for AP casters against AD mids, and so he does have that, as well as Singed already has a Warden's Mail and another Chain Vest coming out. Their entire team is basically AD. Yes, their entire team is AD, so Singed is just going straight armor, as well as Nidalee picking up that Arm Guard, like I said, and it does look like Skarner going to be going for Frozen Heart, it does look like. I believe that's what 2 cloth armors can build into for him. Not too sure, actually. It might be 2 different items. I'm not really sure. But either way, Nidalee landing a nice spear, but the Soraka heal does come out. But that's going to be down for a few seconds, so they might be able to do something. The Soraka heal is actually down for 10 more seconds. See if we may be able to get an engage here. And Vayne a little off to the side. Not going to get caught, though. Good. The poke coming out from Jace is very obnoxious. As well as the poke from Kha'Zix, both of them bringing a lot to their team. Ezreal may actually be going back here. Look at that little spinning thing. What is up with that? What's up with that? Actually going to be backing off there. Nocturne heading towards the dragon, getting spotted by 2 different wards. Just going to ward it. I also have a ward here. So another ward actually coming down. I gotta zoom back in a little bit. So just a little standoff in the mid lane. Unfortunately, we did not have vision that Ezreal had backed. So we weren't able to make any plays off that, but Kha'Zix actually going to go be picking up the blue buff. Top lane for the purple team is shoving relatively hard, so someone is going to have to eventually clear that. The Ezreal ult coming across to clear the farm bottom. Not getting too much off that, though. So the Ezreal ult is down for quite a few seconds. Let's see, 60, it does look like it's an 80-second cooldown now, so 60 seconds remaining on that. So just continuing to have a little standoff in mid, no objectives being taken, but this tower is getting relatively low, and they are slowly poking us down, which is not good. We do not have any sustain other than Nidalee. Nidalee almost being out of mana is also not a very good thing. So we do have to be relatively careful here, and I have to sneeze. Right at an important time, too. So they are going to be taking down this tower. Oh man, I gotta sneeze. I gotta sneeze really bad. Alright, it's gone now. So they are just going to continue sieging the second tier. Vayne actually taking a ton of poke. They have such a heavy poke comp between the Kha'Zix, the Jace, and the Ezreal. Just imagine if their mid was just like a Lux or something. Oh my goodness. Or Nidalee even. We don't really have much poke, just the Nidalee, which is not that great. But we are 27 minutes into this game. 3 towers down for the purple team and 1 for the blue. I am saying that as in that's how many we've taken down, but we actually are going to see a 4th tower drop here most likely. Unless we're able to make some brilliant play here. Actually getting the pull onto the, I'm not even sure what that was. That was a Kha'Zix getting dropped. Singe is actually going to make it out of there. Vayne coming in, hopefully able to clean this up, able to get another kill on the Nocturne, and it does look like Skarner's going to be able to chase down the last 3, hopefully slowing them down long enough. I'm going to ult him, knock the rest of them up. Hopefully Vayne will be able to pick up another kill here. Double kill for Vayne, and it looks like we're going to be able to chase down, able to get another kill for Nidalee, and the Soraka will be able to get away, but she's not going to be able to hold much. So that was a large turnaround for us as the blue team. Able to make some good plays there. Skarner are going to be tanking this. Hopefully we have minions coming in soon. We do not quite yet, but we are going to be able to take down a tower, forcing those objectives, and I'm not sure if we were able to get another one here, but I'm going to go ahead and shield Vayne anyway. We actually should be able to get another one here as Skarner and Singe go to take the dragon. It probably would have been better for them just to help us take this, but we are going to actually head down there and try to help them. Vayne is missing a lot of farm bot, but that's okay. It was worth it. We got 2 towers, so actually able to out-trade them a little bit there as we did pick up kills, and they were not able to finish this tower, surprisingly. It does have 37 health left, as well as us being able to get the dragon. So that was a huge play for us. That completely put us in the lead, 37.5k to 37k, 11 to 6 in kills now. So that was a big pickup for us, a huge defining moment in the game, and something that we should be able to snowball off of now. Actually, Nocturne coming around. Oh, he's actually just going to go hit the tower once. So he's just going to go hit that tower. That's 150 gold for all of them. So a nice little chunk of change right there. It looks like everyone from the blue team all going back, able to buy up items, and I'm actually going to be going for the Aegis here, just grabbing that Emblem of Valor pretty late, but actually picking up the Shard of True Ice. I do like it. It's not a big pickup for a lot of people, but I do like how it does give 4 gold per 10 throughout the entire game. It's one of the, I think it is the only item that still gives the gold per 10 after you build it into an item, as well as it gives everyone mana regen from the mana manipulator, and it has a decent active which gives someone a blizzard around them, which slows enemies for a few seconds. So that is relatively nice. I do have the Sight Stone. I'm going to be picking up that Ruby Sight Stone hopefully soon, as well as the Philo Stone, and grabbing some Vision Wards to set up for Baron when we can. So just them kind of hanging around mid, Nocturne clearing top actually. So if we did have our entire team, we could make a play here. Kha'Zix's actually heading bot, not getting spotted by any wards actually, so we're not going to know he's heading down there until he is there. But we can see if we are able to group up here. Sinch actually getting a fling on that minion like a pro. Surprised he was able to land that, honestly. Being the Singe that he is. I feel like Singe should just kind of be its own. Oh, actually, what? What just happened there? I heard the ult go off, but it did not. Okay, so he still actually does have the ult. Ezreal must have flashed it right, or flashed it with his E. I forget what it is. I forget what it's called. Anyway, engage, maybe going down here, getting a fling onto Chase. He should be able to drop. Nocturne going straight onto Vayne, throwing the ult right onto Vayne, getting her another shield. She is going to be able to survive and kite with just a few bars of health, able to get them out. Large fight going on here. Skarner getting one hit from that banana. Jace actually coming back in, but able to get a lot of damage onto him, so no one drops in this fight. Vayne actually able to come back to full health with those Nidalee heals, and her Bloodthirster, as well as another Vamp Sector, probably going for the Blade of the Ruined King. But fortunately, that is why I played Lulu, to be able to, as soon as they dive on her, throw an ult on her and an E, as well as give her movement speed buff or turn the enemy into a nice little squirrel. So that was well played by both teams generally. They did a very good job at getting Vayne out of the fight early, and if it was not for us being able to peel for her so hard, she would have definitely died, and that would have been game over for us. Honestly, she is our biggest factor of winning right now, other than Singed, really. I mean, because he's singed and he can run around in circles, but he is not going to win the game for us, and without someone to do the damage, he is not going to do that much for us. So fortunately, we do have Vayne. She is a hard carry. She's actually going to be picking up the Bilgewater Cutlass now, so she is going to be getting that Blade of the Ruined King relatively soon. She is sitting on 243 gold. So she does, what items does she have? She's going to need about 1,400 more gold, I do believe. Yes, I think because she has the dagger, should be around 1,400. I do not AD carry too often, so I do not know it, and well, I guess top laners pick it up too, so I should just say AD carry. I do play top lane, but a lot of them do not pick it up. Actually, I got it on Jace one game ago when I was relatively fed, and it did work out quite nice. I went Mana, and then Blade of the Ruined King, Warmogs, and Last Whisper, Bloodthirster, and Guardian Angel, I do believe, was my build. And I did a lot of damage as well as being relatively beefy. Not as beefy as I would have been if I went something such as a Randuin's. I believe that's how you pronounce that. So Singe actually getting relatively tanky here. He picked up a Seraph's Base, a Frozen Heart, and a Warden's Mail. And actually, that's the item I was looking for, the Randuin's Omen coming down on Skarner. So our team is stacking up a lot of armor, and I'm going to be able to get that Runic Bulwark soon, which is going to give us a lot of magic resist and some armor. Magic resist not being so important in this game, though they do slightly do a bit of magic damage, so it does help, and it does give some other useful stats to me and the team other than just the magic resist, so that is always a good pickup. Singe actually trying to look for the fling here, but they are going to try to poke down. My computer's getting a little iffy on the FPS here, a little jumping around, but just ignore that. We should be able to get through the game. My hard drive's not big enough to record for this long, most likely. I did actually just order a brand new hard drive, 1 terabyte, so that's actually going to help my performance recording a lot, and I'm very excited about that. So it does look like the purple team looking to get a Baron here, and they may be able to actually, because the Skarner is bot lane. They are getting a lot of pings off it. Skarner is bot lane. That is extremely bad for us. Skarner should not be bot lane. And I'm not sure if they are going to go for it. They should be able to, but Nidalee actually getting a great spear off. Full range. We actually might be able to catch them out here. They are going to try to get the engage on us because they know Skarner is not here. Looks like Vayne is going to get jived on. She's going to be able to tumble out of there with the ult. She does actually get feared, but she is going to get ulted. Saved with about 30 health. And it does like we are going to get the snag on the Ezreal. Vayne is going to stay alive in the background. She is just going to get out of here, but we should be able to chase them down relatively well. Skarner getting feared. The Singe might be able to get another fling off. He does, so it does look like the Nocturne is actually going to drop as well. So that was very well played by our team. Vayne actually was slightly out of position here, but we were able to save her with just a small drop of health, and though she is going to have to go back from that, that is okay. They wasted a lot of their ults and a lot of their supplies on her, and we were able to keep her alive, so we lost no one, and they lost two, so that was very well played from our team. Just another defining factor of the game. Hopefully we will be able to pick up Dragon off this, if not any more objectives. Hopefully we may be able to grab the bot lane because of this minion wave pushing, but nonetheless, a Dragon is a Dragon. Even 35 minutes into the game, a Dragon does help. So we are going to be able to pick that up. Vayne's actually going to be able to pick up a lot of farm top, which is very nice. She's rocking about 240 farm, which is nice. She's actually at 11,000 gold compared to Ezreal's 9,700. Sorry, my bird's being a little noisy. But anyhow, this game, 35 minutes into it. I will be right back. Anyhow, well, took a little break there for a second to breathe and make my bird be quiet. The problems of life. Nidalee actually going to go be picking up that blue buff. The Skarner heading down to be able to pick up that red buff for Vayne. I'd imagine now he's actually going to play the mid lane. Vayne will be heading over to get that red buff any second though, which is going to give her an immense amount of well, extra damage just because she'll be able to slow and get those silver bolts off more. And she is actually just finishing her Blade of the Ruined King. She has a Bloodthirster and a Phantom Dancer. So Ezreal actually going to be going for the Trinity Force here. He does have the Sheen and the Phage, as well as Static Shiv and the Bloodthirster. So he is going to have that, and it does look like we may be able to pick Kha'Zix off here. My bird is continuing to scream because she's annoying. So I apologize for that, but we may actually be able to pick up a Baron here. We do have a pink ward on it. We know they have no vision. Actually, they have vision right here, but that is it. So they may be able to spot us with that, but I'm not too sure. We may be able to sneak us out because they do have Nocturne up bot, which is a huge mistake for them. Going to be throwing down that ward in the back. They're going to be trying to poke it down. They do have a pink ward, but cleared immediately. And the Soraka is probably going to be able to throw down some wards here, but we do get it extremely low. And the smite is going to come out from Skarner. We are going to be able to get that. So we do sneak out a quick Baron, and we should be able to work off that and hopefully just push through to win game. 1 second, I am also going to go kill my bird. And I'm back. Sorry about that once again. Having to make my bird be quiet so she's not screaming and annoying everyone that's managed to make it this far in the game. I don't even know how I've managed to make it this far in the game. But actually, we are going to be heading to the mid lane. It does look like Nocturne is actually relatively out of position, so we should be able to push through this tower relatively fast. And we are. Nocturne actually, with the ult coming out, diving onto Singe for some reason. Singe in the front line soaking up a lot of damage. Actually getting the pull on Kha'Zix from Skarner, and we may actually get poked out of this one, but Vayne is putting out a lot of damage. If they continue to chase on this, Vayne might be able to put out the damage we need to win this. But they are getting the continuous poke out. My bird is still screaming, and this is the problem. The problem with having a bird and trying to shoutcast. So, we're just going to try to keep pushing on this tower with the Nidalee heals. We actually are able to keep everyone sustained relatively well. Actually getting the fling onto Nocturne, getting tumbled and condemned into the wall. And it looks like they are going to drop. Jace is also going to drop. The Vayne doing immense amounts of damage. Actually able to hopefully kill this Ezreal here from the Nidalee Spear. Very nice damage there. And my bird is screaming. So obnoxious. So actually just going to keep pushing through there. Sorry, I had to try to keep my bird quiet until this game's over, and it does look like it's going to be over relatively fast here. We are going to be able to drop this tower with all the damage coming out from Vayne, and it does look like one Nexus tower is going to drop. We're focusing on the next one. It is going to go down, and with only 2 members alive, it does not look like they are going to be able to stop this, as the Nexus is one hit, and it does fall. So able to pick up a nice little victory there for the blue team, able to protect that Vayne. So thank you for watching this, everyone. I know this was my first time basically ever doing this, so I'm not really sure if I was any good at it, but it was a bit of fun. It was very long. It was a very long match, so I probably won't be doing any more full match shoutcasts like this. I might be doing some commentaries and then fast forwarding through footage just on fun games and commentating over it, not really shoutcasting it, but just commentating on more recent matches, so I know more what's going on. But this was fun, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you've actually made it this far in the video, I congratulate you. So drop a comment down below the video, share, favorite, and subscribe if you would like. So once again, thank you for watching. I am Moonfa, and I will see you next time.